question, just say what points to put, like specify what points to put up front, because they always just be like, your stats is wrong, your engravings is wrong, go to Lost Ark next. Like, shut the fuck up, just tell me what point to put, okay? Anyways, the next thing, updates. I just want to tell you guys a story about the person I'm streaming with. Okay, so this is not to make it weird or anything, but I just want to tell the story because nobody knows the lore, and also, I think now is a good time to tell the story since we have like a friendship, and also, you know, it's really hard for me to make friends, and he's also somebody that actually understands me, understands that I want raid leader, understands that I want to lead the raid, understands that I actually want to be alive and have fun in the raid, understands I want to clear the raid, understands that I also want to collab on Twitch, and all these things, they seem so obvious to me, but nobody understands it. They're just like, oh, just go with that person, get carried, come join my room, blah blah blah. Like, that's not what I want. I want what I just said. Anyways, I just want to tell this story so that it's in my YouTube. It's in my YouTube, so I remember this memory, and it's important to me. And it's nice in this timeline of my life because I rather have a nice story to tell like this one instead of like anything else that I have talked about in the past. Okay, so a long time ago, after the Azina Ignite event, I got my first 1640 character. It's a Deathblade named Perfect Doll, and I put her on the Brazilian server because she's 1640. I was able to make the room that is the highest challenge level for me, which is Echidna Hard. I decided to just put her. Okay. One thing about me that I learned that I think you guys should also do is whenever you do something or you want something, make the one that you want the most. So I always make the room that I want the most, even if it seems impossible, and that's how I even found this person. So always make the thing that you want the most, and I said this in a previous podcast too, always do the thing you want to do the most. It's like, that is just always, okay? So, and your manifestations will unroll that way. If you don't believe in manifestation, it's like the universe is like luck, fate, chance, whatever, order of events, whatever, it will just come to you in the right way, because there are so many variables and ways things can happen in life. So if you kind of put that one factor in place, it kind of sets you up for success. So anyways, I was just playing Lost Ark, and it's like, what is one raid I want to do? It would be my highest raid that I could possibly do. Reflexes, gamer reflexes. Yes, I know, it's so good. It would be the Echidna Hard mode. And so I watched the videos, I took notes on all the side reels and main events that I have to do. It was so funny because when I was watching the videos, the one I was worried the most about is the one where you line up. It's the one where you line up between the mirror and Echidna in a straight line. That's the one I was most worried about, but there's so much more stuff that is so much more deadly. Like, that's not even deadly. Anyways, that was like the one that I was like, this is so confusing, this is so hard. Like, I thought. I didn't go in yet. So I made a room, and I always write when it's my first time. And it's not because it attracts a whole bunch of buses, which it does always, like, always. I forgot which other one I wrote first time, a long time ago, like my first raid. It must have been, I think it was Circus, but it doesn't make sense in the timeline. Anyways, that's how I found like one of my other buses. Oh yeah, I think I wrote first time Circus, but I wasn't first time. Anyways, it attracts a whole bunch of buses, but the reason why I write first time, if it's my first time rating that, and if it's not, I don't write it anymore, but if it is, I do write it, is because I kind of trying to tell them like, hey, I might make a mistake, but I really never did this before, so, you know, That's what I'm trying to say. But it doesn't come off like that. It just comes off way better. Like, I just get a whole bunch of help and buses and get carried. And anyways, but that's not why. I wrote it for like kind of like a defense mechanism, to kind of defend myself. Anyways, and it actually helped because one time, like for the first time a con raids that I used to do on my Aromancer, I wrote first time and they flamed me when I went inside a con, and then this other person in my party said she literally wrote it in the title, like it's her first time. So yeah, that was really funny. Okay, yeah, so that's why I write first time. Anyways, this guy joined my room. He was 1701. Back then, I didn't address buses by their names. Their bus was just a bus. So I just, when I put their video on YouTube, I just only put their eye level. And then he actually stayed like in the lobby. I think I accepted him right away. And then he actually stayed and people started joining. I just started accepting everyone. I didn't know if he was typing or whatever. I don't look at that chat on my stream because people, they write mean comments in the lobby, and I don't want it to be projected onto my stream because I don't want to get like banned or anything. So anyways, for what other people write, because you can get banned for what other people write. So a whole bunch of people, we all went and we did Echidna Gate 1, and it was my first time, and I don't really remember what we cleared, right? But we had to do Echidna Gate 2 for like 5 hours, and then the next day, like 1.5 hours, we cleared. All of the whole entire run of my first time doing Echidna is on my YouTube. And when I posted the video, I wrote like 1701 free bus, Echidna, right? But then he came back like the next week and he carried me again in Echidna hard, and I was so happy, and because that was like my biggest raid that I wanted to do. And I also never thought I would be able to do it until 1 year. I thought I would be making the room for like a year, which I didn't have an issue with. Next thing, so some time passes. I think we probably raid again together, but I noticed that he's on my viewer list and his name is exactly the same as his in-game name, and I was like, oh, like he has a Twitch, whatever, like he's on Twitch. I just thought he's just a viewer. Anyways, I don't know how, but then one day, I don't know how, I really don't remember at all how I found out he's a streamer, but one day I just like started following everyone, and that date is whatever date I follow him. Okay, I just started following all of the people that I like on Twitch, and boys and girls, and all my favorite streamers, if you will, and I just started following them and not being like stingy with my follows, and I followed him. He was actually live, and I like said like hello with like emotes and stuff, and then I noticed that he always streams for like 20 hours, just like me, and I was like, oh, how could I not know this person is like really a streamer? Like obviously he has like high level character, whatever. Anyways, so I started asking him in his Twitch chat if he can carry me, you know, for like Behemoth. Behemoth is the one, but that week he didn't have Behemoth anymore, and then he said, do you have Echidna and Thymine? And I said, no, I already did them in solo mode. And then his chat was like, what? Like solo mode? Like, why are you doing that? And then he said, okay, next week we're gonna go, I'm gonna do Behemoth with you. But then one of his viewers, Otter, took me to Behemoth. He said, Queen, do you wanna go to Behemoth? And he's 1700 plus and he carried me. By this time now, so the first time I met Maheko, he was 1701. Second time, the next week he was 1702. Today, he's like 1710 plus. And then, well, I don't know, am I wrong? That's what I thought. And then, so yeah, so now whenever I get carried by him, I write his name, I link his YouTube in my YouTube title because now I know he's a creator, he's a YouTuber, he's a Twitch streamer. He's not just like a bus. Okay, so anyways, Otter carried me in Behemoth, and the next week I followed up and I asked them like, hey, like take me to Echidna, take me to Behemoth. They were so nice. They took me, they let me lead, they let me raid lead, they helped me make the room with all their people, and they told me this time they're telling me who to accept and who to not accept, and it made such a huge difference just learning that way. And also last night I was just making a Behemoth room, and he joined on his alt, so I didn't even know it was him. He stayed on the list, a 1670 character, and it looks nothing like his name, nothing, no indication that it's him. I just accept the first 3 people because they're all over 1670, and then all of a sudden his whole entire troop just starts joining, and I remember their names. Even if they were 1640, I still would accept them if I remember that I used to run Echidna with them every single time, and he would always say to accept them into the room. We had so much fun yesterday. Earlier in the day, okay, even later in the day, I know we're more relaxing. That's why like I didn't like press to like collab, but I just did the raid. I was the leader. I made the room, and I had so much fun. And then I also posted on YouTube. But earlier in the day, when we were like energized, like we just drinking coffee, my lunch just arrived. We're like energized. He literally said, "Do you want to collab the stream together?" And we merged our chats, we merged our stream, and we could read each other's viewers' comments, and we made Echidna for 3 hours. We were running it. It was fun as hell. I had so much fun, and yeah, that's the best part about getting carried. It's like so fun. It's like you get to try, but then you know they're gonna clear no matter what. So there's that relief factor. But yeah, I just wanted to tell that story because my favorite parts are that I get to be raid leader. He asked me if I want to collab, and that's all I want to do is collab. I did reach out already to all my favorite streamers and asked them to collab, but none of them got back to me, but it's okay. I'm just gonna stick with this one for now. I just keep doing this. I'm very grateful for it, and as I told you guys, if I ever don't have anyone to play the game with again, I'll just obviously do solo mode. Okay guys, that's all I wanted to share with you is this story, because a lot of people, they just don't understand. When they see me with buses, they just don't really understand. Like, this person helped me clear my first Echidna out of just the kindness and of their heart, and literally all of his viewers always help me. They always are in like my Argios raid, they're always in my Twitch chat, like bro, like I'm so happy. Okay, anyways, I love you guys. Just want to tell you that little story so it's in my timeline. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Okay, oh yeah, if you're new here, hi, my name is Kidal. I'm famous because I'm pretty, I'm skinny, and I'm the queen of the Iron Throne. Okay, love you guys, bye.